Hey, this is Rick from Rick's Speed Shop. Looking at all my collection of snowmobiles that I have. The front two rows are for sale. The back row is all the ones that I'm keeping to start finding more snowmobiles. First one is a 79 Jag, free air, 3000, 340. It's got both the tach and the speedometer. You don't see that too often in these little sleds. Got a ZL 97 ZL 440, and then I got back there a 2001 triple touring that my brother-in-law bought that from me. And then I got another ZL 440. That's my wife's. And then I restored this 99 ZL or ZRT 600. That was in pretty bad shape when I got it. But I restored it and repainted it, and it went through the suspension, clutching, carburetors, everything, and it runs like brand new. Then I have a 96 Z440. Guy had it and couldn't get it to run. Here he ended up having a single inlet or outlet fuel pump on it, and he was running two hoses off of it. Was not getting enough fuel. Next one is a 94 Wildcat 700 EFI, and that came with this one, the 93 Wildcat 700 EFI. They're almost exactly the same, almost have exactly the miles. Bought them from a couple in their late 60s, and they just got out of snowmobiling. So nice part of the collection here. I have another 97 ZL 440. I seem to find these are probably the most popular snowmobile for the first generation riders. They really like them snowmobiles. And then back there I got a 98 ZRT 600. That's my son's. Had a little motor work done to it. It's picked out. It goes and it goes. But then there's another ZL 440. That's my wife's first sled. This is her second sled in case this one gives out. I told her, I says, one day, hon, your snowmobile is going to give out. It's got 10,000 miles on it. And she says, well, find me another one. Well, ended up I found this one, that one, and that one. Now I'm getting rid of two of them. Also, I have a 94 Jag Z. Ended up that it was smashed, and I went and got a different chassis for it and changed everything over from all the stuff off of the snowmobile onto this chassis, and it runs like it's brand new. I'm really impressed with this snowmobile, but it's going to be a perfect snowmobile for probably a 12-year-old to start on. So then I got back there. I just bought that this year. It's a Pantera 1000. Only thing bad was the windshield was bad, so I ended up putting a short windshield on it. We'll see how much I like that, and I can always go back to the bigger windshield. I have another big windshield for it. So, but it looks pretty cool with with a shorter one. And then got a 2000 440 ZL. With a 440, and it's got reverse, which you don't see many of these snowmobiles that have got reverse in them. And this one was sitting in a shed for 5 years, never had been run, and ended up I just brought it home, and it was so loaded up that the guy kept spraying gas into the cylinders. I had to run the snowmobile for the motor for at least a half an hour before I could get it to dry out. It was bubbling out of the exhaust, and finally dried it out and runs like a top. Then I got my ZRT 600 back there. I bought that a bunch of years ago, and that's probably one of my most favorite sleds to ride. And hopefully I got another year ahead. Ended up I broke one of the heat exchangers and got her hot, and ended up melting a piston, and ended up having to rebuild the motor, and only got to ride at 60 miles last year. But it goes. It's a lot of fun. And then go around to the other side here. Then I got my EXT triple 97. That one there I got as just a fun sled. This thing probably is faster than the ZRT. This thing goes. I don't know why. It doesn't have any studs in it, but it goes. It's a really decent snowmobile. It starts up on the first pole even after sitting all summer. It's just a good sled. And then we got the newer ones. That's my son's 2017 ZR 6000 RXC. It's just a fun snowmobile to ride. And then the last one is mine. My ended up buying it at a shop that know nothing about them. Knew a lot about Arctic Cat, but didn't know nothing about this snowmobile. It's a 2017 ZR 6000 RS, which is the Roger Scheme edition. There's only 343 of these made, and it's a special sled that was dedicated to Roger. And when they said that they were going to dedicate a snowmobile to him and he could pretty much put whatever he wanted on him, they got everything out of the parts bin that was brand new. QS3 shocks was the first year. The only ones in 2017 that had them were the RS and the Thundercat. And yeah, little styling cues. It ends up that they had a dedication to him. They put his name on it, and then he ended up he signed every single snowmobile windshield when it went out the door, and mine's sitting up on the wall over there because I do not want it to get broken. So and around on here, but anyway, yeah, you can see I got a Wildcat in the background here, a 2016 Wildcat Trail. We do a lot of riding in the summertime, so. But yeah, and I got parts hanging out all over the place here, and one more left here is I got over in the shop. That's the only one that's not completely done. The other two are done, or all the other 18 are done. The last one I got is my 2000 Thundercat that I'm working on. Everything is done on it except for the hood. I'm painting it right now. It's in primer, and I'm painting it, and yeah, it's going to be a fun sled. I've never owned a 1000. Now I own two of them. I own that Pantera and I own this one, so it'll be a fun year. I've never owned one, and I know that a lot of people have liked them. And to tell you the truth, I'm 54 years old and I've never rode a 1000 yet, and it's going to be fun. Thank God I didn't have it when I was 18, because I wouldn't have made it to 54. So, but wanted to show you my collection. I hope you guys have a good winter. Hopefully we'll get a bunch of snow. And it snowed. It's Halloween of 2024, and I was up in Minnesota, Minneapolis, going towards St. Paul. Ended up that they got 4 inches of snow up there today. And it was a lot of fun trying to drive through it. I drive truck for a living, and I have a love-hate relationship with winter. I love to ride in it, but I hate to drive in it. So, but guys, have a good summer. Give me a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'm going to be doing a lot more stuff on here. Have a good day.